Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA. It's 17:15 Zulu on September 27th, 2022. It's time for Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff. And Jeff is here today. I'm here today, and we are just chock full of stuff going on, Jeff. And if you look in the back at the geochron, you can see that it's no longer up and down.
Going the other way.
It's going the other way. So we are headed towards winter time, and we are headed towards better conditions on the HF bands because cycle 25 is alive and well. Over the weekend with the RTTY contest, there was great conditions. I wouldn't call them super, but they were better than they were a year ago with sunspots now that have 10 and 12 and 15 meters really catching fire. Jeff, I hope you are all strapped in and ready to go for this sunspot cycle because this is your first.
Yes, it is, and I am ready. Everything's tuned up, ready to go, plugged in. We're ready.
All right. Well, that's great. And speaking of getting ready, our hearts go out to everyone who has had weather trouble here, whether you're in Alaska, whether you're up in Nova Scotia, the maritime area, New Brunswick, they got pounded with a storm, and Puerto Rico, just terrible what has happened in Puerto Rico, and Florida now is getting it. And so, Jeff, one of the things that I wanted to do is I want to make sure that everybody knows where to go to get information.
Yeah.
Information is very powerful. And let me know when you see the ARL website here. Hopefully soon.
Yep, it's there it is.
Okay, and hopefully we're full screen with this. So here is the ham radio operators get ready for Hurricane Ian as it strengthens. So all you have to do is go to arl.org to get the latest information, and you click on that. And the folks at ARL are really good about staying up with what's going on. And, so they're talking about the National Hurricane Center, which is WX4NHC. And they've got all the information from the Florida section managers and the section emergency coordinators. And 14325, Jeff, that's the place you want to listen on 20 meters.
Yes, I am listening. I've had it on all day today. It is active.
All right, great. So you and others, you never know when you can help.
Yep.
Jeff, by making a phone call or relaying a message. So 14325 is the place. And there's also some information if we go back here and we go to the previous hurricane. So you've got information here on what happened in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
And they also have a net on 7268. Jeff, have you listened to that one?
Yeah, I have that on the other radio and antenna. So yes, I'm listening to both. 14325 is the most active right now.
Okay, but I would think tonight, right?
Yep.
Once the sun goes down, 7268 would be a good place.
Yep.
Is that what you found, Jeff?
Oh yeah. In the evening time, both these hurricanes that's come through, I've listened, and yes, in the evening time, 40 meters is a lot better than 20 meters, obviously. But yep, I listen to them both all day and in the evening time. I have friends down in Orlando and Sarasota, Florida.
Well, we have to keep track of that, of what's going on. And Jeff, do you see the California QSO Party now?
Yes, I see that this weekend.
Yeah, it's coming up this weekend. It is the largest QSO party for a state, largest state QSO party. And they have, it's a great event. The website is CQP, California QSO Party.org. And they have lots of information here on what's going on with the contest, the rules, as well as the awards. and they have some great awards.
Yeah.
And the idea here is to work the California counties, and I think all of their counties will be active. So cqp.org for the California QSO Party this weekend, and it begins in a little over 3 days.
Yes.
So that's another thing going on. Hey, Jeff, are you thinking about coax? Are you thinking about?
Yeah, we've had quite a few calls on coax today. People wanting some made up special orders.
Some of the coax gets hit like I know you've had trouble with the lawnmower and the aerators and things.
Yes.
And you know what happens, Jeff, if you get a break in that outside covering, then the coax goes bad because the shield takes on water and the dielectric takes on water. This is my favorite coax that we have, the RG213. I also like the DXE 400 Max. It's a real toss-up, but the 213, and if you scroll down on any of our coax pages to documentation, here's what you get, Jeff.
Yeah.
And look at this chart that Parkey has done. So you've got the 400 Max, you've got the 8U, we have 8X. 8X is very popular, Jeff, for the dipoles and things, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've got 8X on my end fed right now.
Right. So I mean, it's a little lighter, and the loss on 40 and 80 meters is not too bad as long as you keep the SWR low. Yep. And then DXE 213U, and like I said, between 400 Max and 213U, these are my favorites. But all of our coaxes are listed here, and you've got loss figures, power, all the parameters. This chart is just great. I have it printed out and hung up in my workshop because
I do too. Yep.
Yeah, you're always thinking about what is the best coax for my application, and I know you get asked questions about, how about bending it? How about bringing it in the house?
Right. Yeah, I refer to that chart on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean, this chart is just so good, and thanks to KB8UUZ for putting it all together. Hey, where's a good place to come and get coax? But how about this, Jeff? Do you see On All Bands here?
I see it, yes.
Yeah, and of course, On All Bands is the DX Engineering blog, onallbands.com. And here it is, the DX Engineering Sale Day on October 1st.
Yes.
How about that?
Oh, yeah. Tim, my wife likes to go thrifting a lot. So I'm calling this my thrifting weekend.
Well, I think, from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, this is the place to be. If you're within driving distance of DX Engineering, over 300 different items are going to be on sale, open box, returns, scratch and dent, all sorts. And you can get coax too, right, Jeff?
Absolutely, you can. Yep.
And you can get to meet a lot of the DX Engineering team will be there as well. This is inside the Summit Racing Superstore, exit 29 on I-76 in Talmadge, Ohio. And from 9 a.m. to noon on October 1st. And just going to be just a tremendous sale day. You can get a lot of your questions answered. Lots of items are going to be on sale. I was looking at the sale racks here yesterday, Jeff. Oh, baby.
I can only imagine. I haven't been in there yet to see, but I will.
Oh, yeah, it is. Jeff, I am very impressed. And all the pricing people have gone nuts. Yeah, and I haven't questioned it. I've let it go, and the prices are really good. So if you're looking for something, this is the thing. And onallbands.com is a great place to mark your calendar, mark all the events and things. Even if you go here to the events calendar, you can even find out when Jeff and I are on here.
Yep.
And our past events, all all the issues, all the things that we talk about here on social media are all here on allbands.com. What a beautiful website this is, Jeff.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
You know, and here's the new watt meter from Australia that we're carrying. There's a great review of that. Operating procedures and tactical call signs for MCOM. And that's Elizabeth, KE8FMJ, wrote that. And it's really good. She also wrote Saving or Destroying Ham Radio, FT8. Look at the FT8 QSOs.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's really cool. So lots of stuff here on allbands.com. So make sure that you go to On All Bands, and we hope that everybody local, you know, will come out to the sale day. I know the simulated emergency test is also on Saturday, but you can do both.
Yep.
You know, say, I got to get some coax, got to get some deals.
Yes, right.
Let's see who we've got here in the chat room, Jeff, because I'd like to start the week out with the chat room. And November Juliet 4 Zulu says, howdy to all the folks in DXE land. And Whiskey Delta 8 Juliet Mike, Jeff is on. And John says, this is November Juliet 4 Zulu. This weekend, I sat on my front porch testing portable antennas with my DX Engineering supplied FTDX10 for an upcoming trip to Virgin Island National Park. Conditions were good on higher bands. Do you know that national park, Jeff?
No, I do not, but that's going to be a fun trip.
I think that's good. It's always good to, you know, to test things out ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, once you get to the park, you can't get any more parts. Oscar Yankee 1, Oscar Fox is on as well. You know, Jeff, that's another DXCC country for us. That's Faroe Islands. And we've got Tim, November Lima 7 Delta, out in Tucson, Arizona. Michael, November 5, Germany, Juliet, Quebec, in Louisiana. He's having his share of hurricane recoveries too. And our friend Al, nice to have you on, Al. Thanks for all the tips. And Al, I hope you get on the California QSO Party. Al's call is November 8, Golf Uniform Yankee. And hope to see you at the club meeting too, Al. Delta Kilo 5, Oscar Norway Victor. And always nice to have Gunter on from Germany. Daniel, Whiskey Alpha 4, Mike Oscar Mike. When I find the time, I'm still working on new antennas. Should have them up sometime in October, making them to last. So Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. Whiskey 6, Bravo Juliet Radio. James is on. And Larry, Kilo Bravo 0, Sierra Quebec Whiskey in Harwood, Missouri. And Robbie, Echo India 2, India Papa in Ireland. DXE range of chokes and balance are the top. So always nice to hear from Ireland. It's the sun is getting ready to set in Ireland here very shortly. Jeff, the days are, the daylight part of the day is getting shorter.
Getting a lot shorter, yes.
But, you know, it's going to be nice and sunny on Saturday. The weather is looking good, and everything is all polished up. So we're really looking forward to seeing everybody at the DX Engineering Sale Day, October 1st, exit 29. And Jeff, I'm hopeful that everybody gets a good deal. That's really what my hope is.
I do too. Yeah, definitely.
And I know you're talking about it with the customers and reminding them, you know, if they're within 5 or 6 hours,
come on down. I know we got a couple people coming from Michigan that I've talked to, and I know the local nets are talking about the sale too. So I think we're going to have a really good turnout. Yeah,
it's going to be good. And Jeff, let's get back to listening on 20 meters, 14,325, 7268 this evening. And if there's anything we can do from a communication standpoint, you know, Puerto Rico's in bad shape. And Florida is going to get really smacked here. And of course, our hearts go out to the folks in Alaska and also up in the Maritimes of Canada for all the damage you guys have had. and hopefully everybody gets put back together soon. And let's have a good sale day, Jeff.
Yes. See you Saturday.
All right. Sounds good. And 73 from DX Engineering. Tune in on Thursday. We're going to have Roan Towers in the house.
Yes.
Live in the house. Roan Towers on Thursday. Tune in for that. Until then, 73 from Tim and Jeff.